Good idea. That's a content guy for you.
There we go. Okay. Got my voice going on the recording as well. Um, we will be recording this too, so if anybody has any questions as far as them not being able to make the AMA, we will make sure that we go ahead and record this so we can play it back for you guys. 143 people. You guys are absolute legends. We do have
I'm going.
a lot to kind of break down today. Juice, do you kind of want to go, jump into the structure of the AMA today?
Yeah, for sure. So, what's up, guys? The structure as far as today goes. So, Bison and I went through all the questions you guys placed in the AMA channel chat that we had in the server. A lot of good shit. So, what we did is Bison and I and the team, we went through and pulled probably the top 10 to 15 questions. A lot of them are redundant. So, we just want to make sure we cover the important ones first and what we think is going to be the most impactful for you guys to know. As Bison said, we have a ton coming up here in terms of updates and things to go through over the next, what's today? October 25th. So give or take through the end of the year. So yeah, we're going to cover, what we'll do is Bison and I will present the question. We'll go through the answers. Not everything will be linear. Like I'm 100% certain we'll start answering one question and then drift off in a tangent and start answering 5 other questions unintentionally. But what we're going to try to do is stay with the question you guys asked. And then if we have time at the end, what we'll do is bring a couple of you guys up. We're aiming to try and keep this under an hour. I know you guys are busy, have a lot going on. It's almost a guarantee we won't answer every single question you guys have. But afterwards we can always head into the chat. You guys could add Bison, you could DM Bison, you can call Bison, text him, and he'll be happy to answer.
Fair enough. You can. I just can't promise I'll answer back. Yeah, we also, we want to keep it on a tight timeline. One, we have to get back into shop because we do want to go ahead and get as much work done as possible. We're going to maximize our day. And then we also have to prepare for breakpoint too. I think, Juice, it would be best if we go ahead and start out with, kind of quick state of the market. Obviously there's been a lot that's gone on over the past, not even a week, with Bun Chill coming to light, with Lily and Lotus, who's one of the OGs in the space, basically saying he's pausing the project. And, the community got up in arms. Everybody on Solana's talking about it. We just kind of want to jump in and reassure you guys we are here. We are working constantly. There are 14, 16 of us, on this team that this is what we do. This is what we live, we think about this. We work on this constantly. There's Juice and I who kind of work as the frontward facing marketing people. We also do help out with game design or game talk or game theory or anything like that. But then we have 4 main product people, Stud, Tom, Sam, and Jesse to an extent, or EJ. And then we have our dev team as well. So the rest are devs. We have a stacked team. This is one of the most funded teams on Solana currently. This is one of the most stout teams on Solana. We don't plan on going anywhere. So do want to just make sure everybody knows we're here for the long haul. We understand there's going to be ebbs and flows with market sentiment, both systematic and non-systematic, with NFTs, with SOL ripping, sentiment's down right now. And we get that. There's some stuff that is out of our control, but there are things that we can control, that being development, right? And I know a lot of people are very curious as to what we're doing, what our timelines are. There's a lot of questions about it. So yeah, just want to kind of get into that. Big team, stack team. We're here constantly working, and this is us full time.
Yeah, it's pretty well said. And I thought you were going to call it the elephant in the room, but at this point, everyone's got an opinion on the recent soft rugs, if you want to call them that. I mean, you guys, Bryce and I were talking about it before too. The market participants have been absolutely getting their ass kicked lately. I think I saw 3 different projects announced today that they're going to be phasing things out. So everything Bison said rings true of what I would reiterate. Just know that we're making all the moves that a company, whether it's Web 2 or Web 3, would be making to be here for the long term. You know, we've added on some exceptional hires on the product team recently. We've brought on a new developer as of late. We're going to be in person meeting some of you guys in breakpoint, so can't wait to do that. But we're really just trying to position ourselves the best way possible, and we've been doing a fantastic job alongside the support from you guys. It's kind of crazy that we're now 6 months into this project. But yeah, like Bison said, this is it for us. There is no fucking exit plan. There is no going back. We've burned the ships. For us, Longwood Labs, this is our life. So just appreciate you guys. And again, I guess the ending here would be we're not going anywhere. Someone had asked, do you guys have enough runway? Like absolutely, you know what we've raised so far, we've pulled in through royalties. Absolutely, we're in a good position. You know, the game itself, I think some projects what they lack is a true revenue source. The game itself for us is a way to pull in revenue. So if we build cool shit that you guys enjoy, you know, that's the that's just the plan. That's what we got going on. So as far as like a business plan goes, there's much more. We can go into a rabbit hole about how other ways we could pull in and revenue and whatnot, but that's probably a conversation for a different day. Let's get into some of these questions, shall we? So let me pull up my trusty notes. So a couple of high level questions, and again, most of these, what we're going to keep is pretty high level and fundamental, but we will get into the nitty gritty with some of these. I know this has been a burning question the past few weeks for myself and Bison on Heistcasts. Any hints as to when we might be able to use our daily tickets? Very soon. I think
Yes.
that will be comforting to some. So what we're gonna be doing is, as we move into land, we're gonna be hosting some land raffles as we did in you know, towards the end of season 1 with season 2 with the orangutans, if you guys remember. So there will be a way for you guys to use those raffles. I know it's been a long time coming, but we will not disappoint, as this land will be highly sought after and coveted, and these daily tickets you guys have been earning just through claiming each day, they will finally have a place off of your shelf. So we look forward to that for you guys. 213 people, nice. Let's see. Next question. What's the max members a gang can hold, and is there any possibility of having gang colors? So, as I know, we haven't talked about gangs a ton, and it's probably the what we'll start talking about in the closest near term as far as like land mechanics and functionality goes. So gangs are gonna be cool. They're a social way for you guys to team up. Again, this is where I think we'll get into it a bit. What their actual use case will be, but for the short of it now, gangs will be a max of 10 users per gang, and there will be some customization. You'll be able to have a logo. You know, we'll have to do some moderation to make sure nothing crazy is going on. But yeah, there will be a certain amount of customization you guys have. Create your color, create your logo. And this will be what is on the front end and shows up when we start getting into some of the fun and the land distribution. Anything you would want to add to that? I think that's where we can keep it at for now.
Yeah. Yeah, I think a lot of people are going to be like you just got to understand that gangs are going to be a fun way for us to access and attribute land. I think the what a lot of people might conceive as gangs, those features are going to kind of be safe for districts. I think it'll make a lot more sense once we kind of roll it out, but there is going to be a lot more social fun that comes with this game that we're excited for. And land is really our big focus. I think we can jump into that juice because I know everybody else and their mama who wants to know about land. I think that is probably the most burning question that we have right now is when land, right? So, as of right now, we're kind of preparing for breakpoint. We got some fun features coming up during breakpoint that will kind of get us kickstarted on land, but it's going to be after, and that's when the show starts. So it is very soon. Obviously, a lot of us are going to be focused on breakpoint, networking, continuing to build on partnerships, which we'll allude to more later in the show. But we want to have a strong social presence, and we do have a lot planned for breakpoint that I'll let Juice talk on when it comes to the event itself, and then all the hands we're going to shake while we're over there. But after that, that's when land kicks off, and I think people are underestimating how much work we're putting into land, because holy shit, it's a lot. I mean, we probably work, I would say 99% on land right now. The rest is just game upkeep and everything, because we know that it's going to be such a meta shifting feature for us. It is going to be the flagship feature. It's going to be what leads us into season 3 and all the plans that we have for that. It's going to be a core functionality, and we want to make sure that we nail it and don't just rush it, right? We don't want to be reactionary. We want to stick to how we envision it and how we want to scale it. So land is coming shortly after breakpoint is when we plan on start rolling it out, and then we'll continue to build upon it leading into season 3. That's kind of our goal. So yes, anybody that wants kind of a general oversight as far as land goes, that's what we're looking for, right? And land accompanying with it is going to be a lot of burns. It's going to be a lot of fun, and it's going to be that typical heist fun that you get with it, in terms of kind of a PvP feel to it, right, Juice?
Yeah, for sure. And to add a little bit of context without being too long in the tooth, we had a model that we were working on for quite some time. Towards end of season 1, and at the beginning of season 2, we had a model we really liked. And as we were working through it, as is tradition with startups and games like our own, we found one that worked better, just through some community feedback, just through testing certain things out, through the game just advancing. And so, we found something that we think is going to be 10, 50x better. We've been perfecting that over the past month or two. To Bison's point, I know in the short term, let's call a spade, it's no fucking fun to watch, maybe some sentiment flow out. But the last thing we want to do, and I'm telling you, the last thing you guys want us to do is launch something that's not complete. That's what was the word you use? More of a knee jerk than well thought out.
Yeah,
well
we don't want to be reactionary. That's the last thing we want to do, especially in this market. Because if we're reactionary and it's perceived wrong by the public, guys, with this current market sentiment, it will be hard to come back from. We understand this market, and we understand that one misstep could just absolutely lead to chaos. So we don't want to do that. We know that by the end of it, by the time we roll it out, by the time we show you all the features that we have coming between when we drop land and once season 3 starts, you guys will be like, oh shit, yeah, this was worth the wait. While other games are kind of trying to flounder and copy success of us and everything in between, we have a clear vision and we're going to stick to it, and we appreciate your patience. But it is going to be awesome, and I'm so excited for it.
Yeah, it's gonna be cool. I know I didn't see this specific question actually in the channel, but I think it's worth noting just because I've seen it and gotten it so many times on Heistcast. Am I gonna be able to participate as a smaller holder? And the answer now with the model we have is absolutely yes. So all individuals within the ecosystem will be able to participate in this new feature of land. Gangs is kind of the access point to acquiring through a different distribution. I think you guys have seen, we've teased some small plots, we've teased some medium plots, we've alluded to some of the larger, massive, take up a quarter of the map type of land, large plots. But yeah, it's gonna be fun. There's gonna be a way for everyone to participate. There will be different ways to acquire them. It will not all be a one size fits all. So I would just have your Coco and Nana ready to go for whatever we throw at you guys as to the acquisition goes. And it's not far off, like Bison had said. We're planning to go big with the first few ways we're distributing, and then it's just off to the races. I guess we could talk about the dynamic of land without going into details a little bit. You know, we've talked about without going to like specific utility of what it'll yield and what you will be doing with the land. It'll definitely be closer to, I guess, the gameplay loop of like a chimp or orangutan, where it's more active than passive, and you're going to be having to log in every day to manage and upgrade and maintain. So it's definitely more of an active play as opposed to, you know, like the gorillas, where it's much more passive. And there's going to be some massive changes in Peel City. It's kind of going to be flipped upside down with how we transition into land, and more specifically season 3. But land really will become this, and we call it the flagship product. It's kind of more than that. It's going to become the universe. So without divulging too much, and in our typical speculative fashion, I'll leave it at that. But Peel City and land will soon become synonymous. Yeah, that's all I got to say about that. Let's see what else we got. How exactly are you planning to achieve mass user acquisition in season 3? This is a great question, and it's another one that we get quite often. I'll give my take on it a bit, and I know Bison holds user acquisition and marketing near and dear to him, so I'll give him a chance as well. User acquisition for a project game like ours, we know it's paramount to the long-term success. So it's something that we're working on each and every day. I think we're getting to a really unique point just in Web3 gaming's maturation, and you know, we've been kind of turning a corner as an industry as a whole. I don't know how much attention you guys play. You know, there's been a ton of VC money coming into the games. There's been a ton of just like retail outside of crypto interest, which is huge. So we're kind of turning this corner in terms of getting new eyeballs, which has been really positive. As a team, the Heist team, along with Labs, we've been putting ourselves in the position to have the right conversations with some big players in the space. And again, those are some big players who have garnered attention from outside of our little ecosystem bubble. So we're just putting ourselves in the best position possible to capture and do partnerships with games and companies like that to bring in new attention to the Heist. You know, we feel like we're doing a good job of maximizing that crypto audience, but I don't think it's a you know, I think it's really important that we do get our voice outside of our little echo bubble as well, as you guys all know. We've talked about it in the past, but we touch on breeding a little bit. You know, the breeding mechanic is going to play a very large role in user acquisition and growth. You know, at the moment for the Heist, the barrier to entry is really quite high. You know, we're still around $250 USD to enter, and that's just the NFT. You know, if you're looking to buy some Coco or Nana and, you know, get some cosmetics or upgrade your character, you know, you're looking at probably $300-400 just to get involved in the game. That is high for sure. So breeding really does allow us to capture a new audience, which we really have not been able to in the past, just from like a financial feasibility standpoint. You know, while we're building the breeding system out, and I don't think we've really teased this or mentioned it yet, but myself and some of the team is in conversations right now with the Solana mobile team about the prospects of us building out an app that would live and exist on the Google Play Store. You know, for us, we've done our research. We know the future of gaming is absolutely mobile, and Android has a huge untapped crypto-friendly audience that we can start to tap into, specifically like the, you know, Southeast Asia, Asian markets, whom historically have driven a ton of attention for games like Axie. Again, they're already familiar with breeding. You know, if we can kind of tap into that and get ourselves in the App Store, we're literally opening ourselves up to, thousands, tens of thousands, hundreds of thousands, if not millions of new users. I myself have had experience in more of like the traditional advertising of Facebook advertising, Instagram, TikTok, you name it. So that'd be really exciting for us and a fun challenge. But yeah, Solana Mobile, we've just been having conversation with them. They've been in our corner and encouraging us to do so. We talked to them, and I had mentioned this in the Discord, but they had said that 99% of projects would kill to be in the position we are with the daily active users and the grassroots community we have in you guys. So they think for us it'd be a slam dunk just to push the envelope a little bit and see if we can get on Google Play here and really start to expand our user growth and the marketing on that side of things.
Yeah,
we're talking about referrals a little bit. Just touch on it.
Yeah, let's talk about referrals. I do think that this kind of works hand in hand too. I think this is probably the most exciting part of scaling for us, right? I know we had some questions about marketing and everything like that. Like, what are you guys doing for marketing? And how are you guys going about it? Right now, we know that we are about to have a huge access to an inflection standpoint where we can add a ton of people via the referral method. There's a lot of incentives that go around with it that we think will be mutually beneficial to the referrer and the referee, right? And I think this is what excites us, right? We know how this space operates. We know that a lot of people are incentivized to share projects, to shill, to do whatever, and we want it to be kind of a win-win for both people. So referrals help us do it in a meaningful way. When you pair this with breeding, this now scales our project out massively, right? This makes marketing dollars go 10 times further because now we have, a referral program. We now have multiple different price points. So maybe there are people that are curious about our game, but aren't willing to pay, like $150, $200, $300, whatever it looks like, right? Or pay up for a gorilla. They want some sort of access into our game. We think that breeding plus the referral system is going to completely level this up, right? This is when we actually get to scale out past the 3,000 Solana NFT MFers that are still around, right? We're tired of the PvP stuff. We're tired of this project versus that project. We're tired of the same liquidity just cycling in and out, in and out. This is our way of gaining new users. This is your way of getting rewarded for helping us bring on new users. And breeding allows us for a multitude of different price points. This is what gets us excited, guys. I mean, this is actually how we build a sustainable game that reaches thousands and thousands and thousands of people.
Yeah. That was a mic drop, right? I think I heard something hit the floor.
Yes, sir. I hit the mic button. I mean, we can just do this too. Like, what the?
Nice.
God, chat is wild. This market too, guys. It's okay. Stop arguing with each other over text and keyboards and stuff. It's okay. SOL's going up. We should be happy. Why are we arguing with each other? We're all good. I'm super excited, man. I'm super excited for referrals and breeding and season 3 with what we got planned for land. And my dog is too, obviously. In case you can't hear in the background. Okay, give me 1 second.
Yeah, no problem. You guys are really going fucking crazy. Growing the pie, competing for the pie. Yeah, well said, rather late. He has the Keeper's NFT. Tell us about rump. Yeah, that was one of the questions. Again, something that we get often on contested zones. So, as Bison alluded to earlier, 95% of our time has been spent just building out land. It's the biggest needle mover. It's the way we're going to get new people into the ecosystem. It's the way that we're going to generate the most hype. So, rump had been placed on the back burner, and what we're we're actually happy it did, because it's becoming something different than we had originally intended. And again, we haven't talked about this yet, so this is some Discord AMA alpha, pivoting on rumps, without going into detail and creating a rabbit hole. Rumps is going to play an integral role for your character's progression and transition into season 3. So it will become the spot where, if you want to get a leg up as far as like your NFT stats or stature goes, you're going to want to hang out at rumps for a little bit before we bridge on over to season 3. All right, let's see what else. I'm going to keep going off the original questions we had, just because I feel like we haven't gone over everything. So tokenomics, to paraphrase a bunch of the questions we got, a question that we receive ad nauseum is just what's going on with the tokenomics in season 2 and how we transition into season 3. So this is really important. And I want to make sure that we communicate in the best way possible. And it's something the team and I talk about on. So right now, I'd say we're in the second half of season 3. At the beginning, the total planned emissions for Coco was 50 billion. Now, we picked that high number because we had learned a lesson from season 1, in which emissions ran dry before we can really have proper marketing and development of season 2. So we wanted to give ourselves enough breathing and wiggle room to be able to really just build out season 3 and land as we wanted it. We're doing really well on the development side. So what's going to end up happening is we're never going to be able to emit 50 billion tokens. There's just no way without really fucking the game up. So what's going to happen is we're going to end up burning a ton of the excess supply. And the goal is to burn a majority of the Coco that will be in supply and circulation prior to season 3 through land sinks and some other sinks that we have planned as we transition into season 3. As it sits right now, we're planning on lining up season 2 to end and season 3 to begin in December. And I think what, as a team, we're probably most excited about, and I think you guys should be as well. We're actually planning to have an IDO for the next season's token. Coco will, of course, whatever transfers over that you guys have will retain some value, but we will be having an IDO for the season 3 token launch, which we have very large marketing plans for, and are putting ourselves in a good position in terms of just incentivizing new players and creating hype. So I know that's been a question on your guys' mind for quite some time now. Hopefully that clears the air a bit. But yes, if you missed what I'd said, we're going to end up burning a shit ton of Coco. We're not going to end up emitting the 50 billion as originally intended. And season 3 may or may not be closer than some of you had imagined.
It's going to be in December.
Oh, I guess you missed that part.
No, so yeah, he summed it up perfectly. We're going to be not only burning a ton through land and deeds and the multitude of ways that we have planned to distribute this, but also we gave ourselves enough wiggle room for a purpose so that we can give ourselves some breathing room or anything like that. We now have a pretty good idea internally of when season 3 is going to come. We did get the authorization to say it's in December. So I'm holding stud to that. You guys can with me too. We can all hold hands together and say season 3 in December. You're gonna want to get your Coco and everything ready. There will be, for any Coco that's left, there will be a transitional value to it. It will carry some sort of value, but we anticipate just about every last bit of it being used between now and the end of season 2. So yeah, We know that a lot of people are kind of waiting for win-win-win. We know that land's going to be a huge unlock. We have a lot of plans as far as syncs between now and the end of the season. So, yeah. There you go. There's your summary of it. Juice, a lot of people were asking and spamming in chat about Prestige. If you don't mind me touching up on that, as far as Prestige goes, yeah, it's going to be coming after land. Obviously, like I said, 95% of our time is pretty much devoted to land, and scaling this out the way we want it to. But we did just resume work on Prestige again, so I would expect that, as well as rumps, relatively shortly after we drop land and get that ramped up. So, yeah, if you want a timeline of things to go, we think land is the most important, right? We think it's going to be the biggest needle mover. It's going to show us a huge differentiation between us and the other projects. And Prestige and rumps are going to come shortly after. There was also a question, too, about contested zones, and I'm just going to go ahead and get this out of the way, too. Contested zones, we had a plan for it. We were going to roll it out. When we kind of grasped how big we plan on making land and how much of a flagship feature we plan on making it to our game, we said that if we roll it out now, and we're planning on launching Season 3 in December, it's going to be a redundancy, and we're going to have to rework it to fit how we want to roll out land in Season 3. So expect it to come more so with Season 3. That is I will be fully transparent about that. Expect it to come more so towards Season 3. That's more on the back burner. Prestige and rumps should be next up after land.
Yeah, you were tending to the dog. I kind of dropped that. Alpha maybe went further than I should have, and mentioned that rumps will kind of turn into more of this.
Damn dogs.
It'll play a transitional role from characters getting from Season 2 to Season 3. Damn dogs. All right, what else do we have for questions here? What does the future hold for Rillas? Dude, again, the Rillas, man. We talk about this a lot on Heistcast, and it's something we get a lot, and I understand it. I will say that Rillas, their role, as we kind of do move away from the recruitments and their ability to steal, their role in Season 3 will be shifting up a bit. Will they still be able to steal? Sure. What will they be able to steal? That's for everyone to find out. We gave them a bunch of buffs. What was the Rillas buff? 30% more in yield. Or is it 70? I'm forgetting which one was the Goon Juice bonus. I think just looking at Gorillas too, it's like what they are and what they mean for the game. So just to back up a step too, the reason we put Gorillas into the game is, from our experience when we had built in the past and just the feedback we were getting from users, were people want to play an idle game, but everyone's just so damn busy that even like a 5-minute, 10-minute loop that they have with chimps and orangutans in this instance was too much. So we really built Gorillas to be 100% passive. So, we have a ton of great holders who you don't see in the Discords. You won't see them on Twitter, but there's a lot of large Gorilla holders who are tantamount to the success and the longevity of this game. So at its core, it is worth noting that the Gorillas are doing what they were meant to do, which was provide some users access and the ability to be involved without being too involved. What does the future hold for them? I don't foresee any short-term over the next few weeks buff before we get into land. That being said, there's always the ability for us to add more fun and entertaining and exciting ways for them to be entertaining. I don't know what the fucking best way to say it is, but yes, nothing in the near short term for as far as the buff goes. But they will be switching it up a bit in Season 3 and beyond when we get there. All right, we're talking about daily tickets. What haven't we discussed? it's like we kind of, like I had initially said, inadvertently answered like 5 questions in one.
That's a good thing, Juice. We're very efficient. Juice, do you want to talk about
Mhm.
breakpoint a little bit and what people who are attending can kind of expect?
Yeah. So breakpoint. Is today Wednesday? Yes, it is.
That it is.
So we're actually, yeah, we've got our event that we're co-hosting with DKS, sponsored by Hello Moon, a week from today. So we're looking forward to that. Looking forward to meeting a lot of you guys in person. Our whole team will be there. We've got some fun stuff planned for Breakpoint. You know, to touch back on New Year's acquisition, we've actually got some packs that we're going to be quote unquote airdropping and giving out at this event. Probably totals around 20 to 30K USD value in rewards that we're going to be giving through these packs. So, you know, at our event, we'll give out some, but the goal really is to get some new users into our ecosystem and give them some incentive to stick around. But they'd be cool. There's a couple of different cards in there, each varying in their rarity. You guys will log into the game, or whoever receives the packs will log into the game, redeem them, get airdrop the rewards, and go nuts. One of them is a crate. Um, Another is Coco. So yeah, as far as the little activations, we're really looking forward to that. The cards look awesome. I think it'll be a fun way to get people involved, and just the event itself. Again, just going back to word of mouth marketing, we think it'll be awesome, and people will, you know, just naturally start the conversation about, oh, did you get your heist pack? So yeah, we're looking forward to that. You know, we'll probably do one day. We'll probably have a little bit of downtime in between meetings and the sessions and parties where, you know, maybe we'll just get lunch and hang out with some of you guys impromptu. So stay tuned for that. But yeah, anything else that I'm missing, Bison, that we didn't?
No, dude, packs rule. Let's go.
That's true.
Um,
Yeah, it'll be good fun.
yeah, the venue's sick too. I was scoping it out um just yesterday, and I was like, damn, we really might have one of the best venues at Breakpoint. Outside of being on a boat, I guess. You know, there's a lot of boats at Breakpoint, dude. You notice that?
Yeah, a
Couple boat
lot.
parties.
It's a nautical place. Something like 400 canals out there, I think. Um, I'm just looking at some questions coming in. This one's interesting. Your success has inspired a lot of people to launch auto games. Outside of your proven track record of delivery and integrity, what do you believe will keep you separated and elevated from the rest? I mean, it's a good question. Those two things right there, the ability to execute and deliver, and our integrity to be honest and transparent, is definitely, I think that definitely sits above the rest. I think we acutely as a team really understand the market that we're getting into and don't take things for granted. Um, Again, just going back to user acquisition and the growth, I think we have a very clear vision of how we scale out from here. I think over the last 6 months, alongside you guys, we've done a fantastic job of building a really manic and excited grassroots community who really enjoys the game and enjoys the brand. So from here on out, it's just, you know, it's bringing in the breeding, so we can lower the barrier to entry and create excitement and fresh eyeballs with that. It's potentially doing this, you know, phone application where we get in the Google Play Store and bringing new users there. It's this referral system where, you know, shit, if you guys are YouTubers or Twitch streamers, you're going on your own channels and sharing the good word and sharing your redemption code, and people are redeeming it, and, you know, you're earning, they're earning. Um, so I think what will separate us is just a really clear vision. You know, again, it's not just what you see a lot of is just like standoff games who are looking to make some money. Like, that's not us. We're a company with very clear goals, very clear visions. We're hiring. We're talking to the right people. You know, we've got a very, very strong advisor base of which includes some Web2, you know, traditional gaming company executives as well. So we're just putting ourselves in the best position possible to make this thing for the long term, and not just a fly by night, launch an idle game, make some fucking money, and move on. That's not us. But it's a good question. Juice, turn on screen share and do a coin flip with 50K nano.
We can't even do 50K. We're limited at 5K. You bozos.
What makes you guys think I haven't flipped it and lost it all already? Jesus.
God, learn the game. Learn the game. You know what? Tell you what. That damn, he's calling us out for being broke. That is messed up, man. Wait, why won't it let me share my? Give me a second. Let's see if I can.
Flattered you guys think we have money.
Yeah, you guys are making money. A minute. I'll go live. Tell you what, we're gonna do this. We'll just go ahead and do this. I'll flip a coin. Are we going chimps or Rillas, guys? I need to know in the chat.
Hold in the airs, boys.
I see a lot of Rillas. I am the sheriff too, so we gotta go Rilla.
Yeah, you gotta do Rilla.
All right. Oh, you guys suck. You guys, whatever. I'm doing it again. You guys suck. Who told me to go Rillas? I just lost 10K Nana. They really do be like that.
Were you shushing the dogs when we were talking about the IDO?
Yeah, I was, which is really unfortunate because that's exciting.
I know. That's why I brought it up. I think it's something. I know it's something you are looking forward to.
I mean, who doesn't love a good IDO?
No, it's gonna be sick. I think too that a point that myself, Bison, and Stud were around beforehand too, and I think like a really important point to drive home is we're gonna do whatever the fuck it takes to claw our way to success. Wherever liquidity is, we're going to go and hunt it to keep the projects that we and games we build alive. So, I can't really specifically say what that is, but I can say that an IDO is going to be a great marketing tool for us to garner some attention that we might not get otherwise, if that makes sense. 10 likes PTC sweeps the floor. That's done. Studywood question: Juice, do you do drugs?
Answer carefully. That might be bullish or bearish depending on your answer and depending on the person. But
yeah, just soft drugs like sleeping pills and coffee. Yeah,
so lame. Anyways, yeah. No, I think Ryder had a good question too, and I do want to harp in on it. Like, he was asking, how do we promote value while combating inflation, inflationary mechanisms? This is a really good question, because we've seen so many games go down this road, right? Like that usually is the death knell for a lot of games. When we expand our player base, we make it dynamic. I think that's the most exciting thing about breeding is, it's going to replace recruitment, and it's going to be a lot more dynamic than static. So we've shown that there is a demand for recruitment, that there are people that want more NFTs. There are people that want to scale out their armies of chimps, tangs, Rillas, whatever it looks like, right? When it comes to breeding, it scales as we scale our player base. And I think that's the most exciting part. We're trying to get to a point where it feels much more cyclical, that you guys feel like you guys keep coming back and it's a win-win situation, right? Like, we want it to be a win-win where you guys feel like you're having fun. You're able to play the game however you want to, whether you're playing for value, whether you're playing for fun, whether you're playing for experience, whether you're playing for a social, the social side of things, right? And we also need to create a sustainable business. I think that's why breeding works out so well. And how we plan on rolling about breeding will make a lot more sense when it comes to fruition. But it will get things much more cyclical rather than like it just feeling like it's just constantly inflating, right? Like there will be measures in place. I should say that. Um, Juice, I think we're is there any other questions we want to tackle before we kind of open up the space for just a few? See if we take on any other questions.
Yeah, we could bring a few people up. We've got a couple of minutes. You guys are looking to ask questions. Let's see.
Hey, I saw some people say they just joined. This is recorded, so you'll be able to listen back to it. I'll probably upload it to YouTube just so everybody can, go back on demand. And I'll post a link in a minor announcement or something for anybody that's curious about going back and listening to it or anything like that.
I see people still asking about daily reward tickets. You might have missed it because that was the first question we addressed. The nearest term daily reward tickets usage will be for land raffles. So those will be able to be used soon. CryptoZay, how we all get past the fact that Apple doesn't like crypto apps. Well, that's we found the same, and I think they're becoming more and more of a walled garden, which is why we're going the Android route. There's been a handful or two of successful apps that have gotten onto Android and actually been able to even denominate and sell in-app or make their in-app purchases in Solana. So, as much as we'd like to get on iPhone and get the exposure to Apple users, I just don't think it's feasible for a game like ours. We got to capitalize on what we can. And Google Play Store opens us up to literally, millions of potential users. So we're really excited about that prospect. Anybody want to come up to the stage? Am I looking at the wrong thing? How the fuck do you bring people up? I'm so used to spaces. This is not
Same.
Heistcast.
Same.
Oh, okay. I see. Requests. Okay, so we got Jay Levine. This chat's moving incredibly fast.
Mic test, 1 2 1 2.
What's up, bro?
Hey, what's going on, guys? Hey, I just want to say you guys are doing amazing. This is my very first Solana project I've been a part of. I got in here because my boy OTC Shecky got me in.
Let's go. Shout out, bro.
Shout out Shecky.
Yeah. And I just wanted to say, like, as someone that's new to the game, and there's so many different people that have like multiple Rillas or chimps. What's the best way of like leveling up? You know what I mean? Like I feel like that casino is killing me. I'm like, yeah, I want to get, I want to double up. But yeah. So I just want to say that just two things. Last question is, how do you guys, what do you recommend for new players? And just a shout out on, you guys are doing a great job. I wish I got in here way early. So, Kimona, y'all.
Dude, no time like the present, first off. Second, shout out you. Huge. And shout out Chucky too for bringing you up, bringing you into the space. That's massive. I think that's one of the exciting parts about Heist for us is that we see a lot of people that this is their first exposure or their first foray back into NFTs in a while or on Solana. So we appreciate you. That is awesome news. As far as kind of getting started, if I were to recommend something, one, it's probably avoid the casino. Casino is a luxury. It's fun, but if you want to kind of grind it out, I would focus more on investing into leveling up and hitting those tiers. Those tier bonuses are nothing to joke about, especially as you go out throughout time. And then also, do get at least common items. Common items are slept on. I know a lot of people have like stashes of them and stuff, but I go through items like crazy. That might be because I go into high risk places and end up getting confiscated way too often. I'm pretty sure Mattia hates me, and he programmed my account to get wrecked more and confiscated and everything in between, that's okay. Still love them. But I would focus on at least getting common items, get items equipped, and focus on tiers. So start scaling out to tier 1 on all your stats because it's more cost effective, and then go into tier 2. Don't focus too much on one stat, but more so a well-rounded chimp or tank.
Cool. I appreciate it, guys. You guys take care. This has been a great space, and I'll leave the stage.
Dude,
Shimona.
I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Yeah, if you have any questions, like, one, feel free to jump into Discord and ask away. And two, for everybody else in the audience, like, when you see new people, welcome them in. And if they have questions, please answer them. Like, that's what makes Heist so great, is we welcome newcomers, you know?
I see a couple people, just to clarify, I see people talking about a Nana IDO. IDO is an initial digital offering, guys, so Nana's already fully emitted. The IDO would be for the season 3 token, not for Nana. Just to clarify.
Yeah, Nana reigns supreme still, guys. It's going to persist. It is deflationary, no more emitted. Like, we're not re-offering, we're not recycling that, you know? It will transition into the season 3 token. So it'll go from Coco to that, and then we'll have some sort of, if there's anything left, which, like, we promise there's going to be a lot coming between now and season 3 that you're gonna want that Coco and you're gonna want to spend it. But anything, you know, remaining will assign some sort of transitional value to it. I would just, if there's any remaining, dude. Like you said, we're gonna burn whatever we don't emit. So yeah.
Yeah, I guess the people are asking too, what about Nana? Nana utility's key doesn't have value. Like, land is going to be a nice sink for Nana. I guess start to allude to some certain stuff, like, you know, you guys are aware that Gen 0 will have the ability to breed in season 3 and beyond. You know, there will most likely be something along the lines of like a breeding token, which will only be acquired or accessed through Nana. You know, prestige, while I know Bison was mentioning a little bit earlier, that would probably require Nana as well. It might look something like a subscription model prestige. You know, to obtain access to certain features, bonuses, and boosts within the game that prestige would allow, that would need Nana. And again, there's a lot that, unfortunately, the way this world works, or the way this industry works, is we have to leave lots of speculation. But, you know, we know, and it will be very clear, that Nana is still the premium token through all seasons of the heist. So we got a hand raise. Oh, and now it's gone. Not Lil. I'm gonna invite you up to speak.
Yo, what's up? Can you hear me?
What's up, bro?
Man? Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's good to be on stage. I just wanted to pat myself on the back real quick. I just upgraded my orangutan to max level, so I'm pretty fucking happy.
Cheers, bro.
Yeah.
That's
Thanks, man.
baller.
I mean, I love the project. I've been here for like not even a month, and I got fucking hooked from the start. So props for like giving such a good gameplay and everything.
Love to hear it, dude. Let's go.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're happy that you enjoy it. I really do think that, you know, the best is yet to come. We keep saying it.
Yeah,
We mean it.
I can't wait for land. Like, it's something I've really been waiting for. So let's hope we get it November. And also, like, one more last thing I wanted to say. I'm coming to Breakpoint, but I think I didn't get like approved for the party. So I was just wondering, how is that gonna work, if I can join up with you guys or anything?
Did you RSVP on the
Yeah,
on
yeah.
Luma or whatever that website is? Do
I
you know if
think,
you
but
use your
like,
Discord?
yeah, back then I didn't really have the, like, I didn't buy the NFT, but now I'm a holder, so I don't know. Is there any
Got
way
it.
I
Yeah,
can
that's probably
join?
what. Just DM me and we could chat.
Ah, shit.
That's probably
Thanks,
why.
man.
You know, we've been prioritizing the event for holders, as DKS has been as well. You know, the event's probably around like 200 to 450 people, and I think we've gotten close to like 750 RSVPs. So, we've just been prioritizing as much as we can for holders, even though it's pretty filled up at the moment.
Yeah. Okay. I'll DM, like, if it's possible, I'll be really happy. If it's not, I'll just look from the sideline, I guess.
Yeah.
But yeah. Thanks so much for even like acknowledging that. Thanks, guys, and good job on everything. Can't wait for fucking Land and season 3. Let's go.
Thanks, bro. Appreciate it.
Let's go. Thanks for coming up.
All right, we've probably got time for one more question. I think Level Logic was the first to raise their hand. Bring you up to the stage. Hello. You're muted, by the way,
Lebo.
if you're speaking right now.
Oh, sorry. Am
You
I
can-
not muted now?
You're good. We can hear you.
Now
How's it
you're
going?
not.
What's going on, guys? What's going on from Australia?
What's going on, dude? One of the OGs. How you living?
Yeah, not too bad, man. Not too bad. I just want to first say thank you so much for this project. It's since whitelist for the first season, it's just been crazy, like non-stop delivering, and it's been so fun. Even P2P chat, the game chat, the whole way the game works is just it's taken over my life, man. What are you guys doing?
I mean, that's good.
That's the goal.
Yeah, that's the goal.
I really appreciate it. It's probably one of my my first real NFT projects, so I'm still learning day to day, and it's probably gonna come through as noob questions. But having land in season 3, will holding like chimps and tangs be beneficial for the land, or like do you not have to have land? Like you don't have to have the chimps and tangs and stuff, and you can sort of work towards just having land. I'm not sure how it works in the crypto world or NFT world. How does that work?
Yeah, it's a great question. And just to reiterate, we're doing something with land that really hasn't been done before, just in gaming and Web3. So there's really nothing to point to and say like, oh, they're emulating that, they pulled from that. Like, so it is a pretty new as far as like mechanics goes. But it is a good question because we didn't get to touch on the fact that land will be an NFT. So of course you could own it, speculate, whatever, keep it in your wallet. What is important to know is you will need to have an actual character, like a chimp, an orangutan, a gorilla, or one of these future generation NFTs, in order to use land within your core gameplay loop.
Yeah,
Does
cool,
that
cool.
answer your question?
Yeah, absolutely. Because I thought, all right, maybe going into season 3, we've got land, which is going to act as a like another yielding thing, so we don't, people can just sell their stuff and then just use land. But now that I know we need chimps and tangs and stuff like that to actually have effect in the land, it makes all sense to me now.
Yeah, you're definitely still going to have your characters in order to really experience and enjoy land.
All right, sweet as, man. Well, I appreciate it again, and let's look forward to the next couple of months. And I really appreciate what you guys are doing, and I'm here for the long term. So let's do it.
Appreciate you, Rob.
Let's do it, bro.
Good question. Thanks for coming up. All right, we are at the top of the hour. Does anybody know if PTC has swept yet? Let's see. Maybe. All right, one more, because this guy has been maybe one of the most. Oh, he put his hand down. I was going to bring Young God up. Damn. Okay.
Young God.
Young Godfather, bring it up. Damn, he's getting roasted
Oh,
now. I should have said
God.
anything.
Hey, y'all chill.
Yeah.
Young
This
G.
could go bad. This could go really bad, really good. Young guy, what's up, bro?
Is he rugging for you?
Yeah, I can't hear anything yet.
Bro, if he's just
Still
trolling
200
us
plus
right
people
now.
on here too.
I swear.
Why is Bison's voice changing every minute? I guess that's what puberty does, right? He's like
Bro, hey, yo, whoa. God
Well, it's like a
damn.
Benjamin Button. It's a Benjamin Button thing. He's actually going to go backwards now to an infant in a couple of years. It's a whole thing.
Oh, Jesus. Damn. Young G, having some mic difficulties. Man could be a godfather in Heist, but can't afford good quality audio, I guess. Rough.
This could be a troll job. He's too young to find the microphone option.
Hey, yo, what the?
We're gonna bring him up, but I guess we'll start to do the outro. Appreciate you guys coming on. This is pretty crazy. Did not expect. We've had a couple hundred people filter in and out. Dropped some key alpha. I'm sure we're gonna bring this over to the Hideout chat and keep it going. It was good to have you guys here. Really looking forward, myself, Bison, the rest of the team, hanging out with some of you guys in Amsterdam. That's gonna be a blast. But yeah, we someone had asked too in the chat, just in the AMA question channel, about being more transparent or like doing these AMAs more often. We do the Heistcast. It's community run, but we do a Heistcast every single Wednesday at 10 a.m. Eastern, where Bison and I basically do what we did here, just on a weekly basis and on Twitter. So maybe I'll make that more apparent and more clear, because we usually just post a link in the Heist Raids channel. But we do a weekly community-run spaces where people just fucking badger us, and that Bison's a punching bag for 60 minutes straight, and we answer all the hard-hitting questions. So we do a regular cadenced show as well.
Yep, I love
regular
it.
Cadenced AMA, I should say.
Yeah, we will. Obviously, next week, pretty much the entire team is going to be in Amsterdam. So,
Yo,
Oh,
Young what's up,
G,
guys?
what's up?
Yo, I just had one quick question.
What's up?
It's for the
Here we go.
Dons out there and the Godfathers. Are we getting targeted? I know NFT Doc got targeted and wrecked, but I just want to know if we're getting targeted with the goons and stuff.
Oh, are you guys getting targeted? No. why would we try to deter you guys? Like you guys are legends.
It's a serious question because we've entered so many raffles, and I know Man Against hasn't gotten a single goon. I've won at least 50 chimps, and I haven't won a single goon. It's a serious question, like if you can answer it.
Yeah, no, you guys aren't getting targeted at all.
Yes, we are.
No, yeah, actually, I think
Yeah.
Man Against has one now.
Okay, what about PTC though?
PTC. Okay, well, yeah, PTC is different.
13 Rex. Is there something going on there?
Yeah, PTC is different.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's
PTC is
a
running it.
whole
That's cool.
different
That's cool.
isolated incident.
Okay, that's all I had. I mean, I'm not gonna talk to the blue names because you know my opinion on him, but I got one more thing to say. Fuck you, Penny.
Jesus Christ. Okay, it could have
PTC
gone.
has 13 Rex because he's going to Goldman Rex exclusively and runs 7-day heists. That's why PTC has 13 Rex.
PTC
Also, Penny
wrecked
just
it.
got fucked.
Yeah,
Nice shout out, Young Don. That was really nice.
yeah. No, we aren't targeting Dons and Godfathers. You guys.
He goes rent free, boys. All right, let's wrap this up. Again, see some of you guys at Breakpoint. See some of you guys in the Hideout.
Yep.
Be good.
Also,
This is recorded.
it is, and also, just as a reminder, we do the Heistcast every Wednesday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Community run by James and E, who have been great for us. We aren't going to be doing it next week. Obviously, all of us are going to be in Amsterdam, so be on the lookout for us there. And then we come back, straight back to work, guys. Straight back to work. So we appreciate the shit out of you guys. Thank you guys so much for taking the time out of your day. And yeah, you guys rule. We wouldn't be here without you guys. Super excited to kick it with you guys in Amsterdam for anybody that's attending. And if not, hope to see you guys in future events.
Later, chads.